just going to be putting away an abundance of TXT photo cards while I talk about Taehyun, because it's his birthday and I am nothing if not a besotted Solomon who loves nothing more than to talk about Taehyun for hours on end. I have 2 pots to get through today. This is a pot of random stuff, all the albums, merch and everything, and this pot here that hardly closes is all of my freefall stuff. Not everything, because all of my group orders still haven't arrived yet, but enough time has passed that I want to put these cards away, so I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to start with my bigger inclusions binder. I only have 3 things to put in there, but they need to go away, so I'm going to grab that and then we can start and I can talk about Taehyun. I didn't realise the irony of this until just now, that my binder covers are from the birthday merch. Sorry, not the birthday merch, from the Deco Kit birthday, happy birthday party thing, but it is so appropriate. Happy birthday to the most beautiful boy on the entire planet. The first thing I need to go to is this, which is the other fold out photo Japanese benefit thing for the most recent Sweet Mirage gig. I think it was the Encore in Japan, the one with the blue roses. I genuinely forgot that I owned this and I nearly bought it again on Kari Japan until I was cleaning out all of my bedroom and I found it on the floor. This was the first one, which I think was Lovesick. This was Mirage again, the first Mirage. This is the second Mirage. I like to fold these like this is how I fold them, I think. That looks a bit weird. Like that. Okay, that was too bulky. I'm not going to get out a new page because I don't see the point. I'm just going to lay it over the back. I'm so sorry to Hyun, but his face is about to get covered. Oh, that kind of looks ugly, but I don't have any pages to fix it with. There you go. Oh, Jesus. Wait a minute. Oh no, that really confused me. There we go. The other 2 things I have are these, which are 2 pre-order benefits or photo cards from the Act Lovesick Japan DVDs that they did. I didn't buy any of the DVDs because that just would have been so ridiculously expensive, but I have tried to find all of the cards. There are definitely some I'm still missing, but they're really expensive and I don't have it in me to pay that money for things that are this gargantuan, to be honest. I don't know where I'm going to put these. I don't even think I have any pages with me. As always, vastly underprepared for these things. I don't even know where to put it. I don't think I have any space. I don't have any 2 pocket pages, but I do have a 1 pocket page, so that is going to have to do for now, and I will redo this when I do a page purchase thing again. Am I going to be able to get these to sit in place? That's the big question. You know what, that will do. That will do for now. That will do. This binder is so weird. I always forget that it exists, as you can see, because it's dirty. I always forget it exists until I come across like a big inclusion I forget to put away, and then I need to try and figure out what the order is. But anyway, that's all for the Happy Birthday Boy binder. I'm gonna get my my normal one and we can start fanning my way through the amalgamation of cards that I have and have found that I don't know where any of them are going, as always. Okay, we're back in the beast and I have this pot and this pot to go through. Yes, these 2 pots are just completely filled with Taehyun things. This is random bits and bobs and other cards that I just want to put away in slightly bigger, like 8 pocket ones. And this pot that barely closes is filled with all of my freefall cards so far. As I said, this is not the complete collection of freefall. I was going to wait and do a storing my freefall collection situation, but I don't know why all of my group orders are taking so long to get to me. Round 2 lucky draws, all of the fan sign cards, so many benefit things I just haven't received yet. But I have all this stuff, which is a good chunk of the page is done, just not all of the bits and bobs. So I'm going to store them anyway. I'm going to do everything other than freefall first, because that's going to just take far too much brain power to deal with. Okay, I'm seeing bits of Japanese stuff, some photo book stuff, some merch stuff. This is going to be so much fun. So anyway, Taehyun, it's his birthday, and if you are somehow watching this, Mr. Kang Taehyun, happy birthday. You are my most favourite best boy in the entire planet. I love him so much. I thought that while I was doing this I could talk a bit about how I got into TXT, because I realised that I haven't done that at any point. I've spoken vaguely about getting into them and collecting them, but not about like me and TXT, you know what I mean? So I got into TXT technically in that lapse between Freeze and Fighter Escape. Fighter Escape was my first official comeback with TXT, but I was vaguely around for the end of Freeze, and I started collecting vaguely around the end of Freeze as well. At that crossover point where like the last few cards from Freeze were coming out, but Fighter Escape had just dropped, if that makes sense. I had gotten into them before in Blue Hour, but that was when I was still kind of finding my footing within the landscape of K-pop, and I somewhat dropped them pretty quick. I got into K-pop in the way that a lot of people do, which is through BTS. And I was so concentrated on BTS. I had like a complete Taehyun album photocard collection, and I was really in on them. So I got into them vaguely around Blue Hour, but then got overwhelmed and dropped them. And my first bias was actually Huninkai, which I find really funny. So I dropped them. This is a Yeezy card that I don't know why it's not in here. It doesn't fit on the page, but I'm going to put it behind because it should technically go in here. But yeah, Huninkai was my first bias. And then I got back into them around when Fighter Escape dropped. Me and my friends have always been into TXT, and they sent the Lose a Lover music video in one of our group chats, and I watched it and saw Taehyun and I was like, whoa. And then the dance practice dropped where they're in the black like tank tops, you know what I mean? And again I was like, whoa, okay, that's it's pretty good. And that is my free fall into TXT, and now here we are. I feel like it's really hard to explain to people why you get into groups and how you get into groups and how you pick biases, because I'm of the like belief that you don't pick a bias, you just look at a group and then the person that you just gravitate towards each other and they choose you. And this person chose me with profundity, to be honest, and I don't even try to I didn't even try to fight it, and now here we are. I have this, which apparently is stuff that I didn't put away after my reorganization of this page. That looks like a duplicate, so that needs to go like out of my house. I don't need that. Then I have stickers again. That's a duplicate. That needs to get out of my house as well. But I could also do with stealing the sleeve for this one, which I think is the Weverse Global photocard. There's no good way to put these in because they're all like just random concept cards, so I'm just gonna put them on the back of this row. I just don't want them not in the binder anymore, if that makes sense. You know, I like having them around. So anyway, I started collecting Taehyun, and I'll see if I have a photo of it. I don't think I will, but my first binder of him was like this tiny like square A5, and I was saying that I was only going to collect his selfie cards that I really liked. That didn't last very long. I ended up tumbling down some ridiculous rabbit hole, and now we are at this really amusing point in time where it's like I have duplicates of his non-selfie cards. It's actually really funny. It's not funny to my bank account, but it's funny to me. And it's like no joke when I say that I've never been happier collecting someone than I am collecting him. He's just, in like trying to be as unparasocial as possible, he's just one of my favourite people to witness on the planet, if that makes sense. I sort of watch him in like his solo contents and like when he's on stage, and it's just incredible to me that like he's so wanting and willing and like trying so hard to be the best version of himself possible on stage. People call him cold, and like people have like a gross misunderstanding of who he is. Obviously I don't know who he is, but like of him as an idol and the idol persona that he has. because he's, you know, he's like quite blunt and to the point, but I just feel like when you really look at him and you listen to what he has to say, he's so intelligent and he's so caring for to the people that are around him, and I don't know how you could ever not feel like you want to squeeze him to within an inch of his life when you look at him. That got really violent really quick. Hannah, why do I have, oh my god, I'm actually gonna shoot myself in the face. I suppose the next stuff I have can go in here somewhere. All of these slightly bigger bits and bobs. I don't know if they're gonna fit in 8 pockets. Those two definitely aren't. Also, before we continue, just a moment for him, please. Actually insane, is that gonna fit in an 8 pocket? Fuck my life, I don't know. I think I'm gonna put them in a new 8 pocket if I have one, just for now, and I'll figure out, I need to find my other lenticular. It's in my home somewhere. I swear I traded for it. The irony of finding this page is that I just found a 2 pocket that I could have used in my bigger binder. But anyway, I'm actually going to try and find a way to fit all of these things on this page, because I don't want to put these in a 2 pocket, because putting them in a 2 or 4 pocket technically means they need to be in the bigger inclusions, and I don't want to do that. So they're going to live here. This is obviously the clear thing, and this is from the Star Seekers book thing. I love this because his colour is blue and it's a bit Ravenclaw, and I know we don't really talk about Harry Potter in 2024, but like, I'm a Ravenclaw, so this is nice to me. And then I'm just gonna plonk him here in this bit down here, because it sort of works. It works enough that I'm happy with it. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Okay, that's fine. What I'm gonna do is probably put these 2 down here because they're like identical. Is there something like this for freefall that I am missing? Okay, I don't know where they've gone, which is concerning, but I swear down that there is something shaped like this in the freefall little ones, the gravity versions. I genuinely don't know where they are. Anyway, that works for now. I'm just going to do what I said I was going to do. What was I saying? I was talking about Taehyun, but I can't remember what I was saying. I think I was just being ridiculously emotional and gushy about someone that literally doesn't know who I am. But yeah, I don't know. I think, you know, when you're thinking about like your ultimate bias, it's like, it's really hard to explain to someone why they are your ultimate bias. They just like are, you know what I mean? And trying to explain it just makes you sound a little bit like a schoolgirl talking about her first crush, which is really amusing to me. But it just is. Like, you know, he's like my favourite vocalist. He's my favourite dancer. He's just my favourite like person to watch when I'm looking at TXT performances. There's just something about the way that he is so passionate on stage that really like moves me. Really moves me. Oh my god, there's a helicopter outside. Can you hear that? Anyway, also I managed to buy his birthday merch, so I'm really excited for that to arrive. Oh my god. I'm really excited for that to arrive so I can put it away and have all 3 years of birthday merch back to back to back. I don't know what I'm going to do about this situation. My immediate thought is to sack off the units on this page and put these ones in it, because that would work like this. And I think that I can live with that, but then it means that the units are going to be temporarily unmoored. But what I could then do, I guess, is take a couple of these units. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would be 6. Can I make it into... I could make it into a 7 if I really wanted to. Let me get a 9 pocket. Also, I'm really sorry if the lighting is getting worse. It is still that horrible time of the year where the sun sets at 3 o'clock, and if I turn on my light, there's just like a black hole shadow above the top, and I don't like it. So unfortunately, that's just not happening. So right, you guys are coming out. I think I don't know what to do, whether to make this page the front page and then have this page like this, like facing inwards, or to have the units on the other page. Why is there always hairs on my pages? So this page is going to be the one with the selfies on it. I know that I don't have the correct sleeves. Where am I? Dragon shields. Why does this constantly happen? I just stole these from my freefall dupes, which is a great repurposing of cards. Oh wow, these feel so weird. Are they meant to be like cardboard? Like really cardboardy feeling? That was very strange. I feel incredibly lucky sometimes. That sounds like a really weird sentence, but I feel incredibly lucky to have him as my like alt bias, because I'm someone as a collector who needs to have everything. In case that wasn't obvious, I need to have absolutely everything, and having everything for certain members of TXT is just like an impossible thing. So I always feel blessed that he's affordable, he's like accessible, because I don't know what I'd do if he wasn't. I've just done that wrong. I honestly just love collecting him. I think his cards are so cute. I love that they're always like a little bit different. He really doesn't do the same thing over and over again. I know that's really ironic because we're staring at a page of selfies where he looks kind of similar, but like, you know, he doesn't look like he's been held at gunpoint to take the photos, which happens sometimes. Not naming any names, but like, you know who I mean. And for me, like, collecting is just such a fundamental part of the way that I interact with K-pop. I love the music and all the performances and everything, but as someone who doesn't live in Korea, Japan, or America, I don't have access to like real life bits of it that often. Obviously I've seen them on tour, but it was a massive expense to do that. Probably because it was so last minute. I think I booked it in February for May, which isn't super last minute, but it's last minute for me as someone with like crippling anxiety. And it was huge for me to like travel literally across the world just to go to a K-pop concert. But I don't regret it. I'm glad I did it, and I would happily do it again if they don't go to Europe on the next tour, which I genuinely don't think they will, but that's a non-issue at the moment. What am I dealing with right now? I'm dealing with a 6 situation. I was thinking like, oh god, I don't know what I was thinking actually. Maybe something like that. Oh my god, I really don't like it. But I think it will have to do. Do I have any other extra things that I could put in here? Thinking off the top of my head about my dupe collection, but I don't think I have that many. So that might have to suffice for now. Do I have any white sleeves available to me is my next question. Okay, I found 3. And again, immediately forgot what I was talking about. Oh well. Yeah, it being a massive expense, travelling intercontinental for the sake of a K-pop concert, it was crazy. Everyone I knew thought I was insane, but like, hey man, you only live once, you know what I mean? What's the point? I have all this money from working that I spend on K-pop photos. Why don't I spend some of it on like actual K-pop experiences? That was my mantra for it. And I'm glad for it because it was an incredible experience. I talk about it more in like a video from last year where I was setting up a photo book that I made, like a photo album that I made of my time in Charlotte. But yeah, basically the the main mantra of this is that I love TXT and I love Taehyun, and I think all the time about, you know, how much, you know, my life has been characterized by, you know, their careers and his different versions. And, you know, a lot of the time I can look at all of these cards and I can think like, that was gifted to me by a friend. I joined a group order with another friend for that one. A friend gifted me this one for my birthday. And it's just really fascinating to me that there is so much overlap between this K-pop part of my life and my real part of my life. And again, I feel very grateful that I know a lot of people say that they can't collect and they can't talk about K-pop in real life because their family think it's weird or their friends judge them for it. Not me, man. Partly because I don't care, and I will talk about what makes me happy. If it makes me happy, zero fucks given. But, you know, my parents are like incredibly supportive of the K-pop aspect, which again is a really funny sentence because why wouldn't they be? But when I say supportive, I mean like they picked me up from the airport at like 8 o'clock in the morning from London when it's like a 4-hour drive from where I live to Heathrow Airport. And I'm deeply appreciative of them for doing all those things for me and for buying me K-pop for Christmas and my birthdays, because without that, I don't think I would love it and him as much as I do. Now we're getting into Freefall, so less chat about TXT and more chat about Freefall. First of all, when I say that this tin doesn't close, this tin doesn't close. While we're here, let me grab all of my dupes. This is a stack of all the cards that I'm putting away. This is the stack of the excess dupes that I'm not putting away. Do you see the madness? Do you see the madness? Do you see the incredible amounts of like, what the fuck is all this, honestly? What was I doing? Why did I do this? I don't have answers to those questions. So we're going to start putting these things away. As I said, it's not everything, and it is going against what I said I wanted to do, which was storing my Freefall collection, but these empty pages are depressing the shit out of me, and I need cards in them. So we're going to start with the reality page. I don't have my guide as to where these are going with me. I don't know where I've put that, which is really unfortunate. But I have 7 cards here, I think. I'm only missing a couple of the Korean store pre-orders. I have them all on the way. I secured them through someone's like K-Twit group order. Where the hell are these cards going? I'm gonna guess they're going this way. I don't know what they all are. This is the album card, or one of the album cards. This is the pre-order benefit for the Weverse version, I want to say. I'm instantly confused. Did I put that in the wrong place? I put those in the wrong place. Oh god. I tried to be different this time around with the way that I was doing the reflections with the duplicates, but that means that I'm just gonna be really freaking confused. Oh my god, I hate new pages. There we go. This is another Weverse version pre-order benefit, I think. This is the other album card, and that means that that one needs to go there. It's just the duplicate. And this is a round 2 lucky draw, I think. This was the only one I couldn't secure in a group order and therefore needed to buy secondhand. And then that is what that one looks like. Is that in the correct? No, hold on. They need to swap so that he's looking inwards. Part of me thinks that that is in the wrong place as well, but I don't know until I get the rest of my cards in where exactly that needs to go. So that page is going like that for now. Next we're moving into what is my favourite concept, which is the melancholy page. I already have one of this one. I pulled it. So you're going in there, that's for sure. You're going down there, that makes sense. God. This was supposed to just be like a seamless bloop bloop bloop, and it is not a seamless bloop bloop bloop. I'm beyond confused. Am I missing cards? No. Okay. Gotta assume that they're going like that. That feels wrong. There must be a bunch of like, unless, oh no, I know what's wrong. I know what's wrong. There we go. I was gonna say that looks really strange. There we go. And then it's gonna be concept ones in the middle. Holy cannoli, this is really confusing. Next we have reality. Again, sorry, not reality, clarity. I have one that tells me that that card is going down there because it's duplicate, which I'm doing like this. Instead of doing like opposites like that, I've decided to do diamonds. I can't explain why. That means you're going there. You're going there. I think this, which is, I want to say a lucky draw, is going up there in the corner. This is like just a pre-order benefit, like a Weverse Japan Hollow one. I think this is UMS, like a UMS lucky draw, and you're going there. There are so many cards for this era, I actually can't believe it. I love how that page looks, it's so adorable. I don't know whether they're in the right position. Feels to me as if that one should be there and that one should be there, but that wasn't how they were set up in my book, in my like bundle, so I don't know. Next we have Gravity, which is very nearly done. Can I remember how I wanted these to live? That is a question. Oh yeah, I can. This one, the album card, was going to go up in the corner, followed by this one up here. My knees are really hurting. I've been knelt down for so long without a blanket underneath me. This card was the bane of my life. So he goes in the middle. These are two other ones. Gravity, go, I swear to God. There we go. These ones are going in the bottoms. And then, can I remember how these were gonna go? I am willing myself to say that it goes like that. And that I need a dupe of this to go there, and then I'm just missing one card. This could all change by the next time I store cards in this, because I have actually not got the foggiest where it's all going. Next we're moving into the miscellaneous ones. Pretty sure that's all one page. This is all going to change. Straight up, it's all going to change. Because, I don't know. I don't have half the cards that I need. And they keep releasing more. They've released like 30,000 Japanese lucky draws, which I have all of them, but they're not here yet. Broadcast, gorgeous. I'm actually slightly fretting about when I inevitably have to film my a guide to collecting freefall era, because like I have not got a clue where half of these outfits are from, and there's so many of them, especially the Japanese ones. Got no fucking idea. I just realized I didn't talk about any of these cards, and I also just mischaracterized that as a broadcast, which it's not. That's the broadcast. This was going to be a row of blonde Taehyun because there's two others. There's like Invitation and I want to say Dear My Muse or Yeti Mall. Yeti Mall, I think, is blonde, but there's more. But I have a bunch of dupes coming in, so I might end up doing a page of blonde Taehyun as well as this stuff. And then the last four cards we have is the sunsets in the distance outside my window. You probably can't even see them, are these. For now, I'm going to go with this, but it is completely subject to change. This is the CU convenience store card thing. Still don't understand why it exists. Then we've got the Do It Like That fits. There is more in the Do It Like That outfit. There's another unit, lucky draw, and a bunch of other stuff. These pages are not going to stay as they are because they are so ramshackle and they've got thousands of other things joining them in the near future. But for now, this is what we have. We have miscellaneous and Weverse versions. We have Gravity, Clarity, I've just realised all the versions rhyme. Melancholy and reality. And I'm really happy with that. And that is all of my cards that I have to put away. Thank the heavens. Honestly, thank the heavens. That was really stressful. And fighting against the sunset is really stressful. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I know it was probably more talkative and possibly a little bit more boring than my other ones are, but you know, it's Taehyun's birthday. He's my favourite best boy, and I just wanted to spend a good 30 minutes just looking at his face on this day to celebrate. I hope you have all wished him well on Weverse and just in general, because he deserves the happiest of days every day for the rest of his life. Big Hit Entertainment, thank you so much for debuting him. You've made my life immeasurably brighter now that he is an idol and I get to see his face every day. Taehyun, my boy, my bestie, I love you. Thank you for having a lovely face to collect. Thank you for having a lovely voice to listen to. And thank you for giving me a reason to have this YouTube channel. It is crazy. So yeah, from me, Little Miss Blue Terry Collects. I hope you all have a lovely day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon. Bye.